Howdy YouTube folks, I thought I would make a video. This one's a little different on this cat, and if you've seen my Instagram posts, you know her pretty well. I've of recent years decided my name for her is Miss Kitty, but I tell everybody who comes to just give her whatever name you want. This cat originally was named Gray Lady by my grandfather, and funny story is, well, partly funny and partly sad, I should say. The sad part of it was I had some childhood dogs. I don't know if I've ever posted pictures of them. Maybe I will. But the childhood dogs had passed away a year apart from each other. And my grandfather was very sad about it because after a certain period of time, those dogs kind of adopted my grandfather because we were living in a house next door to this house that I'm living in that my grandparents were living in. If I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that in videos before about my grandparents living in this house, so it's an ancestral home. And one of my relatives was living here with their love partner at the time, and their love partner was on the porch having a cigarette, and this cat rolled up. And so they asked to my grandfather and grandmother, what should we do with this cat? And I believe they had like a white, I think they call him like a Shiba cat, very bright white skin. But anyways, my grandfather essentially took this cat in and nicknamed and affectionately dubbed her Gray Lady because of the gray under her chin. And so he said if someone were to come forward to the house and say, hey, I'm missing a cat, have you seen her? It would be one thing, but nobody really came forward. So I do feel that it was meant to be. And so anyway, she ended up staying here, and too much gun smoke got me naming her Miss Kitty. But like I said, I tell everybody who comes to just call her whatever you want. I have other relative that calls her Mitzi, I think it is, because they had a cat like that when they were younger, growing up in the city area that here in Vermont, and where I live, in the state where I live, there's a big city. And so anyways, yeah. What else can I say about her other than she is a really good cat? I love her personality. We do believe that she may have a thyroid issue possibly, and that would explain why she is always hungry all the time as of recent, and she's always crying for food. So I've tried to mentally prepare myself that she may not live in this world for long. And when she does pass, I may or may not make an update video. I probably will to update you guys if and when she does pass. But also know, before I get into any more parenthesis on this, that if that does happen, that you may not see YouTube videos for a while because I may be slightly in an emotional wreck, because again, this was my grandfather's cat. He really cherished her, and I feel like she was meant to come here because she was meant and sent as a beacon by the higher power to make him feel better when he was in his lowest moment. And I'm sure he's had more lower moments, but I felt like when he lost the two dogs was one of his lowest moments, I should say, and he needed that. So it was good that she came, and I'm very grateful for her here. And I believe she's also been caught glimpses of in my videos, like when I'm working out in my shop. She's actually found ways to jump right onto the bench. So, she is very active in my life. She plays a very big role in my life, and I'm so proud of her. And I love her to pieces. She means a lot to me, and I feel like she's very comforting, and I feel like she knows who her more recent mother figure is in her life, with myself, and is always there comforting me when I'm down. And I think she can sense when I'm down because she's on my lap trying to love me up, make me feel better. And I've always believed, as probably majority of people believe, that an animal can sense when you're in a sad state. But anyways, all that aside, I just I think she is the most, I can't say it enough, the most wonderful cat. And I hope all of you have enjoyed this video. And I felt like this video needed to be made because she needed to be honored. Because she's been, like I said, she's been a part of my life. And I've put her on Instagram and showed photos of her. And even as of recent, I made a TikTok where I might link it to this channel. And I kind of did it just for fun, where I put her on like a video montage of pictures that are already on Instagram, and a video of her when there's birds outside and she's jumping, and I believe it was this past summer or last summer, I forget, and she's like all excited about seeing the birds, you know how cats are about birds and mice. Like, oh, I'm going to get you, but she was on the inside glass and couldn't get to the birds. And a relative of mine sent it to me when they were home. And that also lives here. And one of my parents. And anyways, thought it was hilarious that she was. The other video I should put on Instagram that I don't think I have yet before I close this out. And I may also put up here, and I believe I still have it, is her getting on my dad's truck, which used to be my grandfather's truck, and not being able to figure out a way off, but he had a trailer hooked up to it, behind it, and I was filming her for a little while, and I know it probably wasn't the nicest, and she kept looking at me and meowing until finally, and I was talking with my mother, until finally I said, you know what, I need to go out there. And so what I ended up doing, because she couldn't find her way out, and I've always known her, at least in my experience, to not be too keen on being picked up. You can pick her up, but she's not always keen about it. And I don't think she was knowing the best way, because my grandfather's old truck has a truck cap that was put on by him, and I don't think she could get back down to the trailer. So what I did is I bent over and let her hop onto my back. So she hopped onto my back, and then I went down to the ground and I said, jump off. And she jumped off. She knew what I was doing, just as a way of like saying, hey, I'm not going to pick you up, but here's how I'm going to get you. As of recent, I've been able to pick her up a little bit more, but I think she's kind of gotten on my vibe. But I should say we've kind of vibed more, but yeah, I thought that was hilarious. But anyways, I think that's going to do this YouTube video, because I think it's fairly long, and it didn't necessarily need to be this long, but it did end up being this long. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Or like, comment, and subscribe if you wouldn't mind, please. It's not a forced thing, but if you wouldn't mind liking this video and possibly commenting if you choose to, and to subscribe, and if you wouldn't mind, and you can either hit the full notification bell, half notification bell, or no notification bell at all. I'm totally not making you put notifications on. As I've stated before, I don't like to, as a YouTuber, I do not like to put emphasis on my videos and make you feel like guilted into subscribing to my channel, but it would be nice if you enjoyed my content, just so I could, as I've stated before, say, oh, hey, cool, I've got someone new to my channel who really enjoys my content. And also to know that I'll probably never do this for money, even though recently I have flip-flopped from what I've originally stated in videos in my mind, and thought, well, maybe I could do this for money, but I don't think, again, I just keep reminding myself why I don't do it for money, because to me, making YouTube videos is not for the money. Even though I could use it and it would be great, I just feel I could not bring myself to the quality of videos you would want, and on the regular basis that you would want them, and be able to house all of that. But anyways, and as always, keep your heads up, stay strong, all that kind of jazz, as I always say, and have an excellent time, whatever it is, wherever you are. As always, sunshine, unicorns, and rainbows, and I will see you later, YouTube folks. And you will probably, before I close this out, see that I am doing a lot more videos as recent, because I feel like I need to keep my channel alive in some form, so I don't seem like it's dead, even though, again, I've explained it, the prefaces behind it, but, you know, I just want to keep my channel alive and do something on it, because I do like making YouTube videos. It's just I have to be inspired to make them, and also other things, as I've mentioned too. But anyways, that is all for now, YouTube folks, and I hope that you really got some enjoyment out of this.